Welcome to Good News Only 2024. I'm Trace Bragg, and for the next half hour, we're diving into stories that remind us of the incredible strength, kindness, and resilience that define our Houston area communities. From a Grammy nod for a Houston musician to inspiring tales of survival and selflessness, these are the moments that warmed our hearts and uplifted our spirits in 2024.
Yeah, gotta stay curious.
Encouraging kids to ask questions and learn. Curiosity, one of the songs off the Grammy-nominated children's music album, Taste the Sky.
I'm talking to you.
The artist is Houstonian Uncle Jumbo, whose real name is James Pendleton IV. Texas-born, a Houstonian since he was a teenager, he says the Grammy nomination was a great surprise. Your family must be so proud.
Yeah, they are. They really are. And I got to work on this album with my family. It's a very family-involved album that got nominated.
His wife, Anne-Marie, is a songwriter, and his 5-year-old daughter, Ani, is a producer. She's also on the cover of the album.
She's been the lens that I try to talk to the world with.
Ani was born with a rare liver disease and had to have major surgery when she was just 3 weeks old. Praise to God, and so much of my love and thanks to all medical professionals and doctors who have been there. Uncle Jumbo says she's the inspiration for his career in children's music.
Where you going?
She is a strong, strong little girl, and we're just doing all we can to keep that going. Calling you up just to let you know I'll be there for you.
Jumbo didn't always do children's music, but it seems like it's perfect for a musician and singer whose priority is family and positive vibes.
I am all about everybody coming together. I'm about unity. I'm about love. I'm about us connecting as a people. Right there with every step, you'll always stay on my mind.
Uncle Jumbo, his wife Anne-Marie, and little Ani, they'll be at the Grammys ceremony this weekend, and maybe the next song they write will be about flying back home to Houston with a nice little trophy. Ron Trevino, KHOU 11 News.
Here in Barrett Station, the effects of Beryl have been felt much like the rest of the Houston area. But while the hurricane knocked down trees and knocked out much of the power of the human spirit continues to shine through. In the midst of the aftermath, plenty is out of place.
They had to get a tractor to pull that tree.
But in her Barrett Station kitchen,
when I make it, it'll stay hot.
Takara King says she's right where she needs to be.
I'm like, okay, well, I have food, I can cook.
On the menu tonight,
spaghetti, I have corn, I have some smothered green beans.
Even dessert.
I even bought cake, hey, my sweet tooth.
Despite taking damage herself, the lights at Takara's home are on, unlike many of those around her. But what she's generating is something brighter. This food isn't for her or even her next of kin. The private chef and caterer has taken it upon herself.
Everybody knows me for cooking, so why not cook for the elderly? And then I cook for the kids after that.
To feed her community.
It's like one big old family.
And days after Hurricane Beryl left a wake of destruction in its path, word has gotten out. Takara's family.
I mean, it's not much she wouldn't do for other people.
And friends lending a hand to her cause.
Put on everybody to help each other.
As they go door to door, delivering a hot meal with a warm smile.
Everybody get together and help on her truth, right? That's
What does it make you feel like when you see the reaction from one of your neighbors?
I love it. Like, cooking to me is my form of showing you that I love you, I care for you.
The work appears to be nowhere near done.
But it's trees everywhere.
But Takara is prepared to keep her stove hot with 3 different meals a day.
If you remain positive, that's going to make them feel a little bit better about their day.
Proof that in every disaster, there are different powers at play. The kind that Mother Nature both hands out and takes. And then there's the kindness of thy own neighbor.
I feel like kindness is actually stronger because the hurricane is temporary. people are going to always remember who was there to help them during their worst times.
In Barrett Station, Zach Tawatari, KHOU 11 News.
Thank you.
Navigating high school is hard enough. Like many, Carol Garcia began her journey online during the pandemic. But that's nothing compared to what happened shortly after her senior year began at Aldine ISD's Victory Early College High School.
2 weeks after my 18th birthday.
A black spot in Garcia's vision became total blindness in her right eye and issues in her left, ending a championship roller skating career and her ability to drive.
I spent a whole month in the hospital, and that really devastated me because I felt that I was going to lose everything.
That includes her 4.0 grade point average and position at the top of her class, which she managed to maintain while seeing things much differently.
The best way I can describe it is that when I look at a person, it's like looking through a cracked windshield.
Turns out her eyesight issues were symptoms of a bigger problem, one that may end up guiding her future as a prospective neuroscientist.
I want to study MS, multiple sclerosis, which is a disease that I have.
Garcia will live with that chronic condition affecting the central nervous system for the rest of her life.
Wish her well, she'll be fine.
But even it isn't slowing her down.
I think she's not only a lesson for other students here at Victory Early College, I think she's a lesson for adults and for anyone that encounters any kind of obstacles.
Garcia leaves high school better prepared to combat any obstacle she encounters.
I'd really like people to know that you're really stronger than you think you are, regardless of what you face.
And when you see the pictures, I mean, it's unbelievable.
May 16th is a day Brian Peterson won't forget.
Gives you a whole new perspective.
After dropping his son off at hockey practice, Peterson was heading home into the storm when his wife called.
And she called me again and said, "Are you coming home because your daughter is really worried about you?" She said she's grabbed my hand and wants to pray because she said something bad's going to happen to Dad.
Then, minutes from home, while waiting for the light to change on Huffsmith Road and FM 2978,
Estaba haciendo mucho viento y todo.
Veronica Marin was a few cars behind when this large tree came down right on top of Brian's car.
Miro la troca, o sea, literalmente el árbol arriba de la troca, y me impactó como todos los carros se dieron la vuelta. Entonces ya me paro enfrente de donde estaba el árbol y el carro y no sé, sin pensarlo, mi instinto de mamá a lo mejor.
Marin, with her 3 kids in the car, didn't hesitate. She went to help Brian, thinking he might have his own kids trapped with him inside the SUV.
She reached in, she undid my seatbelt, which I didn't even think about, and just grabbed me like she had done this a million times.
And then, just as fast as she appeared, Veronica was gone, rushing to get her kids home. But thanks to Facebook, Peterson tracked her down.
I was emotional, and I kept playing this through my head. How do you thank someone that literally saved your life?
Entonces, no tengo el dinero para arreglar mi casa. Le digo, y si tú me quieres ayudar, le digo, pues juntos vamos a organizar algo, le digo, y me puedes ayudar. Le dije, no, me estaría agradecidísima si me ayudas a arreglar mi casa.
Peterson started a GoFundMe page for the woman who helped him.
Dios es bueno en todo tiempo. Y así como yo hice esa acción por el señor Brian sin pensarlo, sin esperar nada a cambio, pues me doy cuenta que Dios es bueno. Y sé que esa acción que hice y lo volvería a hacer con cualquier tipo de persona, Dios lo recompensa. Y sé que el señor Brian lo está haciendo de corazón. Y estoy bien agradecida con Dios porque me puso en ese momento con él.
Veronica, a single mom working 2 jobs in a home that needed work, now getting a helping hand in her time of need.
It makes you just want to be a better human being yourself, and so that's kind of my goal right now. And if at least we can help her out, it's something that my kids will learn from as well, and they're, very grateful that I'm still here too.
Months after, a day he will never forget. In Tomball, Troy Kless, KHOU 11 News.
Just calling that was very personal to me.
Former Texas A&M star and NFL player Michael Montgomery is taking his story from the pages of a football playbook to the pages of a children's book.
I was born with an extra vessel that pumped irregularly fast during competitive activities playing sports. And I just want to have a story to raise awareness.
In the new book, Michael Montgomery, Heart of a Lion, he shares the story of his life living with a congenital heart disease called Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome. While at practice at A&M one day, Montgomery collapsed and went into cardiac arrest. He overcame that and went on to play 6 seasons in the NFL. He told KHOU he hopes his story of overcoming adversity and listening to one's body helps inspire children and informs parents.
Investing in your body and your mind. You know, those keys, if those are not where it needs to be, I don't care if you're playing sports or your career, you're not going to go far if those things are not in line as well.
The book is part of a series founded by Josh Merwin called Josh's Inspirational Journeys.
Sports translates life. I mean, there's so many life lessons you learn on the field that you take out into life.
Each book asks child readers to interact with questions and prompts in the pages.
It's really a spark that gets them thinking, not just inspired by Michael's story and other athletes' stories, but really what their story is going to be in the future.
This weekend, Montgomery got to interact with young readers, an event he says inspires him to continue to inspire others.
It's a very amazing experience to give back, give kids inspiration, motivation, and push their dreams. Just tell them that they can go out there and get it, regardless. Just got to sacrifice and go for it.
In Houston, Victor Jacobo, KHOU 11 News.
With 4 kids under the age of 5, it's fair to say life is a bit of organized chaos for Marissa and Dylan Christie. Here, together, Marissa says is her favorite place to be.
But I try to remind myself in those hard moments, I'm like, I almost missed all of it. So it kind of puts it in perspective.
After giving birth to the couple's triplet girls in late August, Marissa flatlined at multiple points in a 45-minute time span. Her husband Dylan explaining the moment. Everything took a sharp turn.
It was the toughest moment of my life. Going from, we just had the most beautiful experience and seeing our baby girls for the first time to, oh my gosh, my wife they're doing CPR on her.
Dr. Amber Samuel is Marissa's maternal fetal medicine physician. She says the mom of 4 survived an extremely rare post-birth complication called amniotic fluid embolism.
Some exposure that causes the mom's body to react like a really bad allergic reaction.
In Marissa's case, it led her husband to make the call for her to get a life-saving hysterectomy. When she woke up, she had no knowledge of giving birth.
My family took lots of photos and videos of me when I was in the hospital, which helped a lot to be able to kind of have reality hit.
A reality that included relearning how to walk and celebrating the girls graduating from the NICU.
They were very sneaky. They didn't tell us that they would have everybody in the hallway.
Here you see both Marissa's ICU nurses and the girls' NICU nurses celebrating how far they've all come amidst the chaos.
I don't think I would be alive if I had not been at that hospital.
How do you get him out? Windshield?
A daring rescue caught on camera. That red truck already submerged in water in this drainage ditch by the time Robert Chance arrived. The truck's driver still stuck inside.
He was waving.
Waving,
So see him.
and you've seen his boots. At least this is what it looked like to me, was his boots hitting the windshield.
In this cell phone video shot by Robert's girlfriend, Renee, you can see him returning to his own truck to get a hammer. No hesitation.
And he grabs the hammer and he's ready to just jump over the edge. Like he's not thinking, he's just going. It's primal.
This Good Samaritan taking that hammer to the truck's windshield, breaking it. But the video ends there when they call 911. Robert tells us he later broke the truck's rear passenger window and pulled the driver out that way.
He was already starting to come out. Well, I grabbed him by the shirt and just make sure that he wasn't going to fall into the water. I grabbed him and I just kept a really good tight grip on him, and I just kept him on.
Finally, another man with a ladder helped them up. Speaking to us tonight, despite his actions, Robert says he's no hero, just a construction guy who happened to have the right tools for the job.
I see somebody in need, especially this dire of need, and I just jump in and I just go straight for it.
The man he rescued, alive and doing okay, thanks to quick actions from a few fearless bystanders, but they say they were just lucky to have taken a wrong turn that day, and it brought them here.
We were in the right place at the right time.
Right time, yeah.
And he did what his body said he should do, and that man got to go home to his family.
If it happened again today, hands down, I'd jump in and do it, even if it was worse. No questions asked.
That was beautiful!
Kendall Peterson had him last night. He was faster, and he did not duck or dive that time. Like, he was a good calf.
But 20-year-old Haley Williams just learned which calf she'll have to row during her breakaway event tonight.
Yeah. They're all kind of, difficult, so it just depends on what kind of difficulty you get that day. So this is Red Light. He's the one I wanted on last year. The level of difficulty this arena it's really hard on a horse, so we want to make sure he's feeling the very best he can.
Haley gives Red Light his vitamins about 2 hours before she takes him out for his ride. She shows us inside her trailer.
Extra tie downs, medicine. My dad's with us right now, so we've got the suitcase because he has to have an enormous suitcase for 3 days.
I'm an 8-time world champion header, consecutive that is. We won 80 titles in a row. And now my daughter's 20, competing at her second Houston rodeo.
Speed Williams is Haley's dad. He's also her coach.
And she was my little cowgirl from the time she was little. My goal was to be able to raise my kids and teach my kids something I knew something about.
Now a professional breakaway instructor himself, where the Williamses live up in Comanche, Texas, he says he let his daughter decide on whether she wanted to throw a rope.
Everybody help her, help her.
She did. And she was good. Real good.
There's a lot of money to be made as beginners and as you move up.
Haley's won more than $200,000 in the last 2 years. Tonight, her goal is to rope her calf in less than 4 seconds.
A 3.8 will dang sure give me a little money and make sure I advance to the semifinals.
It's just past 8 o'clock. Haley and Red Light are ready at the gate. From the Houston Rodeo, I'm Matt Jordan, KHOU 11 News.
Oh, both these girls are on fire. 11-year-old Brianna Cameron and 10-year-old Symphony King have more than warmed up to their shared role of young Tina Turner in the national touring Broadway show. How did they launch such big careers at such a tender age?
And my dad is a producer. He makes music for a lot of people, so when I was younger, I was just kind of around it. And then my mom, she is a singer, and she's the one who actually taught me how to sing.
Moms, dads, grandparents all tour with the girls who had to pack up their homes and more to hit the road.
The school is not going to travel with you.
Life on tour includes a tutor, rehearsals, shows, and more.
It's a very scheduled life because everything is like, oh, here, you have this today, and then you have that today. But it's also a lot of fun, because on your off days, then you get to go explore a new place that you've maybe never seen before.
Miss Brianna Cameron.
Brianna is winner of the Apollo Theater Amateur Night Contest.
Oh my God, I know you're gonna do really well.
And has been a guest on the Jennifer Hudson Show, while Symphony's earlier work has largely been school plays. Both girls have bonded over an exceptional experience and gift. This is from their closing number.
You can go to work if you got the money.
Dropping the mic.
Better give. Big wheel keep on turning.
Sheridan Chan, KHOU 11 News.
Rolling, rolling, rolling down the river.
Down this tiny street in the small community of Belleville, you'll find a hive of caring people abuzz tonight. Buzzing around a home that stood in this community for decades.
We moved in here in 1966 when I was a boy.
Eddie Mays tells me he and his wife, Ernestine, moved back into the house after his parents passed in 1995.
Oh, it mean everything to me. That's why I didn't want to leave it.
And while love still lived inside this home, about 15 years ago, storms destroyed its exterior, knocking a large hole through the roof.
I ain't had no money because I'm on fixed income. One check, and we had to survive.
So a tarp went up, but every time it rained, water poured in, and mold and mildew soon took over the house.
I was gonna stay in until it fall in.
Then this May, when the derecho blew through, things got even worse. That is until this passionate worker bee arrived.
It was so hot in there, and it broke my heart. They had a cooler, they didn't have a refrigerator. They had electricity in one bedroom.
Kristen Daves made a few calls and a few posts online, and soon she had all of Belleville buzzing.
While we were here speaking to the Mazes, someone stopped by, dropped off this toaster and matching microwave to go inside. So when the Mazes return to their home, they'll feel right at home.
Contractors and roofers showed up, tearing down the rotten old structure and rebuilding the entire home for free. But that's not all.
Their whole house will be furnished down to silverware, not like everything.
This amazing group of worker bees now plan to finish their work next week, so King Eddie and Queen Ernestine, as they are now known as around Belleville, can return to the hive they love so much.
I thought nobody cared.
Oh, that got my blessing, got my heart. I love y'all. Thank God for y'all.
In Belleville, Trace and Bragg, KHOU 11 News.
We first met Kerry Jordan and his wife Danielle last Wednesday.
When I came to check on my truck was gone from right in front of the store.
Devastated as he watched surveillance of the man who stole his semi-truck and destroyed how he provides for his family.
Right now, I just need a blessing. Like, we got holidays coming up. I just need something supernatural. I don't care what it is. I need information. I want to be able to continue to provide for my family.
But a Houstonian, moved by their story,
while I was reading the report, my heart told me to do this video.
Wouldn't let the crook have the final say.
Hey, Jordan.
Hey, man.
How you been?
Doing all right.
Peter Montez, the owner of PM Fleets, had a surprise for Jordan.
You ready, brother?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to donate you a truck. Free.
What?
Free. Come and get it. I got two. You can come and choose whichever you want. And it's yours.
Late this afternoon, Kerry showed up in disbelief. He got a look at his brand new semi-truck.
Free of charge.
For Kerry, it's more than a truck. It's a lifeline to a better future for his family.
Put me on that FaceTime and you showed me this truck. Dude, my heart dropped. I'm so appreciative. We've been praying and praying and praying, and the fact that you was able to give us that call, I don't even know how to accept it. Thank y'all so much.
And for Peter, it's a way to make sure kindness gets the last word.
Evil will not win.
Man, absolutely. Yeah. This is a blessing. Oh my God.
God bless you. Keep us in your prayers.
Celebrating the red, white, and blue for 4th of July with live entertainment and lots of food. Thousands made their way to downtown Houston for the Freedom Over Texas Festival. For some,
this is a tradition. I'm here with my daughter.
Tanya Credit, who's originally from Louisiana and now in Houston, has made it a family event the past 5 years.
I love the food, I love the music, I love the people, the environment.
Crowds of people enjoying the live music and the food. Cooling zones if you get a little too hot, and for families with little ones, a safe place if they get out of sight.
I love the variety of food and the drink, but I love the entertainment.
For as long as Ellen Eastham can remember, she's come to this festival, saying for her, it's by far the best event.
We were in Kansas City 1 year, in Boston 1 year, and I go, Houston's better.
And while some make it a tradition,
well, it was my idea.
For this family, it's a first.
I love the music, I love the culture.
Saying this event represents this city well.
The diversity in the music, the people, the food, the culture. For me, that's what Houston's all about.
Almost everyone here eagerly waiting for the star of the show, the fireworks at the end of the night. And if you missed it,
come next year.
Thank you so much for joining Good News Only 2024 on KHOU 11+. We hope these stories remind you to keep pushing forward, to lend a helping hand, and to find joy in life's moments, big or small. Until next time.